our Thursdays. I've had 2 weeks off, so I'm going to get back into the swing of things. So you'll have to bear with me. Hello, everyone. My name is Alisa Tilsner. I'm a Stampin Up demonstrator in Australia, and we go live every Thursday morning, except for when I'm away, for a little bit of crafting time. So I haven't made a card in a little while, and I know that you're saying, but you went to the Stampin Up on stage convention thing, and you know, there were lots of make and takes and crafting evenings, and did I make anything? No, I did not make a thing. So I didn't do any of my make and takes during lunch, and I didn't really make anything during the craft event either, like the what night was that? Friday night. I didn't actually do anything then as well. I'm not very much of a talker, but I tend to talk when I get to these types of places. So anyway, and it's so small. You've got such a small area, and I can't work in such a small area, so I didn't make anything. But anyway, there we go. So I'm feeling a little bit creative today. It might take me a little while to get back into the swing of things, but I'm actually feeling like I need to not do something simple, but do something a little bit more than simple. So that is, we're gonna have a bit of a play this morning. Hey Deb, hey Jocelyn, how you going? Oh, I missed me on stage. Wow, I know, there was so many people there. It was not surprising. Okay, so let's switch camera around and we'll show you what we are playing with today. There we go. So I'm going to be using, whoops, and my screen's gone all silly again. Textured Notes bundle. Now this one is a bit of a mega suite. I didn't get the whole suite. I didn't get, there's 2 lots of designer series papers, which I did not get. I've only got one of them, so we're going to have a play with that. And I'm also needing to create my 6 cards for my membership for next month, and this is what I'm going to use too. So this is sort of going to be like a little intro. I've got things in my mind brewing, the colors and all that type of thing, and the techniques. So this is the type of thing that we're going to be doing. So textured notes and the dies that go with them, which if you like, whoops, I've bent that one a little bit, haven't I? If you enjoy standalone dies, this one would be a really good for a standalone as well. They're just rectangles, but each one has got something a little bit different around the edge, which makes them pretty cool, I think, anyway. Good morning, Phyllis and Marilyn and Trudy. Hello, hello. And also part of this week, we have a mini corrugated embossing 3D embossing folder, which I really love. I have played with this one before, and that's what we did in, I think it was in our last card that we created together. And the paper that I have, there's, like I said, there's 2 designer series papers. This one is just completely black and white, and the other one is like browns and lots, like, you know, the photo style, which I actually struggle with, so I didn't get that one, but I've seen so many pretty cards with that and I was like, maybe I should have got that one. But anyway, we'll have a quick flick through. Some of them are very intense, would be good for masculine cards or teenage boys, I think. But we are going to see, some of them are really, really dark, still really nice. But yeah, hey Sherry and Eleanor from Nova Scotia. So very grungy, very intense, I would call it, very intense. So I really like this one. I think we might play with this one today because I haven't actually decided what I'm going to play with. Check that one out. That's a little bit stormy, isn't it? Pretty. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, so hopefully what I do with it today, which is in my brain, I really like that one too. It's in my brain. Whether it comes out or not, I really, 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 really like that one. Probably because it's a bit more subtle. Okay. So good morning, Rose. Got a doctor's appointment. Oh, I hope you get into the doctor's quickly and not have to sit in the waiting room and wait for a long time. Okay, so I have got a little sketch map I'm going to show you, but first one of my downlines gave me this at on stage. Really sweet. Okay, so this is my little rough, this is There we go. I'm back. I should be working again. Is everything going nicely? The rectangle dies, are they sized for Australian cards? Let me do the big one. So the big one here is, what's that? Almost 10 centimeters. I'll do it in centimeters by 13 and almost 13 and a half, or just actually, yeah, almost 13 and a half. So yes, you will fit that on a card front easily. So that's good. Okay, so here is my, I think I'm all back. Just want to give me a, yes, I can hear you again because my internet dropped out for 2 seconds. Okay, so this is going to be my sketch. And what I want to do is with these lines in the background, I want to use the designer series paper, and I'm going to use Balmy Blue and Old Olive, and I want to do some ink blending on them. The rectangle here, I want to do a frame that is popped up, and I'm going to think about doing some corrugation on the inside. So I really should have drawn like a frame here, so that I knew. And then I'm going to have little corrugations and then my sentiment, and I'm going to stick the leafy stuff on there as well. So what I thought I might do, because I want these, I think I want these angled, and I haven't chosen a card base yet. I've got cardstock out, but I don't know what sort of card base I've got at the moment. Thanks, Deb. So what I want to do, I think in my head what I need to do is, because I want those the strips all angled, I think what I'm going to do is angle them, like cut a piece and angle them, and then just slice them up. I think in my brain that will work. It may not, so I might actually just cut a little bit bigger than what I want, and I'm going to go for my card width because I can always trim down a little bit after. So I'm going to do my card width. Now, if you are wanting instructions, oh, that's a bit daggy. I think I need to get a new blade. If you are wanting instructions for all of the cards that we make during our live, make sure that you are on my newsletter list, which you can jump on alisatilsner.com. I'm going to make this a little bit longer as well. No, you know what? No, I'm not, because I'm going to separate them. So I'm just going to do a square, I think. Okay, now, if I cut them into strips, I want to do, I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit hesitant. Maybe I'll just, I've got to, what I should do is practice it on scrap first and then actually do it. So I will just hold off on that for a moment. So anyway, back to my blog address is on the screen, alisatilsner.com. And you'll also get access to my AI tool that I created, which will help you with color combinations, which I have to put the new color combinations in soon too. Okay, so I'm just going to ink blend to start with. And actually, I'm going to, rather than do top to bottom, I think I'm going to do left to right, because I want to cut them on an angle. Actually, I don't actually know how I'm going to cut them just yet. Now that I've started working, my brain's gone, uh-oh, is that what you're actually meaning to do? Now that I've actually started thinking about it, it's all well and good having the map in the sketch map, but when you're actually, when your brain actually starts to try and compute what you're going to do, it's like, are you really sure that's what you want to do? Okay, and I'm just going to do, I'm not going to do it evenly. I'm sort of going to do it because I want my little diagonals to have different, like be blended in different areas. So, and I'm hoping that I have enough. You know what? And we might end up even just doing straight diagonals. Okay, so this is, because it's designer series paper, it is taking the ink a little bit differently than what, actually I'm going to leave that out just in case I need to do a little bit of blending between colours. It is taking the colour a little bit differently than it would if you were working on basic white. Good morning again, Nicole. Hello, Wendy. So let's do the old olive now. And this way we can transform those very, very heavy black and white designer series papers into something a little bit more colourful as well. All right. And hopefully when I go between those, the blue and the green, hopefully I'll get a really nice colour as well. So, and you know me, I like to have loads of colour, nice and strong. But I am softening up as I go towards that middle at the moment. But it's producing a really nice blue-green, so I think I can go a little bit heavier. How's that looking? Pretty good. All right, so now I'm going to come back with my blue because I just looked up at the camera and I would actually like that a little bit darker in there. Ah, good morning, Michael. How are you going? Driving at the moment. I hope you're not driving. Or if you are driving, I hope you're paying attention. All right, so I'm going to bring this up to the screen in a second so you can see that beautiful color that has come from between the two of these guys. Oops, oh, nearly did it. Nearly dipped my blue in my green. That would have been very good. Put you away over there. Come back with my green. I'm sorry, guys. I take so long with my ink blending. I can't help it. I like really rich colors. Okay, pulling them away. Yes, I really enjoy, especially when you've got black and white and you want to just change it up a little bit. It's really very good. Actually, I'll put these. No, I do want them. Stop. All right, because my brain is going, you haven't made a card in such a long time. Have you forgotten how to do it? All right. So while I clean that, that is my blend. So you can see between the blue and the green, I've got a really, really pretty green now. Really lovely one going just through the center there. All right, I'm going to put that aside because I need to also decide, and you guys can tell me what you think. You guys can tell me what you think. I'm going to leave that out again. Am I going to be working on a green base or am I going to be working on a blue base? I thought I've done, ooh, that's a bit grubby. I have done so much on white. I thought it would be nice to get back to a colored base. So in the comments, let me know what you think. Yeah, Wendy says sometimes it takes a while to achieve the desired effect. It does. And because, like I said, it's taking the ink a little bit differently because it's designer series paper. It's given like, it's not mottled, but it's not smooth either. And I like smooth, can't help it. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think. And I am going to move on to the next bit of my card, which is I now want to work on the frame. Black. My goodness, girly. Black. Oh, black. Oh, Dana, I just had, hang on a minute. I have to get up from my table and get some black out because just had thought. Thank you very much for that. I'm just, hang on 2 seconds. Oh, I'm just having, wait a minute. Oops, that's too short. That's not a full piece of cardstock because my black's right at the back of my filing cabinet and I can barely get it. All right. Oh, I never use black. Okay. So now we've got a twist. So I am now envisioning in my head completely different things. So if we do black, I could do a black frame. The inside of my frame, I want to do corrugated, but how about I ink blend the blue into the green and corrugate it? Oh. I get excited. Thank you. What do you reckon now? Everyone changing their minds? Black. Oh, man. Okay, put you aside. Okay, stop freaking out. All right, I am going to use also, what ones am I going to use? I think I'll use these two. They seem to be, Yes, I think I will use, or should I go for something bigger? I'm just looking behind me because I have actually got a card. Actually, I've got a card here. Which size did I use for these ones? I used these two for them. Maybe I will do that as well. So 1, 2, so 3 and 4 if you're coming from the outside. Good morning. Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, Beth. Okay, so I'm going to die cut these first. I think that was my color inspiration one, and these ones will fit. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need that with the white. I'm just going to trim that down ever so slightly. Don't mind me while I fuddy-duddy stuff at the moment. And I talk to myself as well, so, you know, that happens too. Oh. And then you get excited. I know, it's a great set, isn't it? I didn't, like, oh, and you know what? Now, Dana, I'm rethinking my whole membership cards as well. Okay. That would be interesting. Okay, so I've got my white, which we're going to ink blend on as well. And now I need, while I've got this out, I might as well make a complete mess and figure out my, oh, have I got enough? I'm going to do my card base. So, like, again, if you want all the measurements and stuff, because I do fuddy-duddy so much, if you want the measurements for the cards that we make during our live, head on over to alisatilsner.com, which is on the screen at the moment. I'm going to need another piece of black. It's not big enough. Oh, no. Maybe not. You can head over there, sign up, and these will go out in a newsletter on Tuesday next week, my time. Oh, I'm forgetting one of the most important things at the moment. If you are in Australia or New Zealand, we have our brand new, spit on that. Oh, shh, I didn't tell you that. It'll dry. We have our brand new not host rewards. No, they are. Oh, see, just wait a minute. I got to get some more. I'll talk to you while I'm getting some more black. We have our brand new Stampin' rewards. Yay! I'm so excited about these. All right, that should be big enough. I am so excited to have these new rewards. So no more having to place big orders by yourself to get the Stampin' rewards, or you know, trying to find a host code or that type of thing. So now when you spend, and it's a minimum of $35 in Australia, I'm sorry, I don't know the New Zealand one. I'm sure somebody will let me know. But you start earning 10% product credit. So if you spend, I don't know, $70, you'll get $7 in your account to use on a future order. So you can either save them up, or you can spend them as you go. You can save them up for something big like the glass mat or something like that. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. And got $40 in New Zealand. Thank you. And I just think it's awesome. So I know I'm going to benefit. As demonstrators, we actually get to have all these rewards as well. So I know that, because I know people think that, oh, she's a demonstrator, she's got loads of stuff. Well, not me. I don't have a lot of products, and I very rarely place an order unless it's like pre-order time. I very, very rarely place bigger orders. So I know that I am going to benefit from this greatly. So, and that has started today if you are in Australia or New Zealand. April and there's 2 different dates in April if you are in the Europe, UK area, or Northern American markets as well. So, okay, so now I've got my black frame. Pick up black frame. Okay, let's ink blend on this, and hopefully this won't take me as long to ink blend. Now, the other thing is, while I'm talking about these rewards, so you have to have an online account and you do have to opt in. How am I going to do this? Maybe I'll do it this way. You do have to opt in, and but that's easy because when you log into your account, a little pop-up window will actually ask you if you want to log in, if you want to opt in, and then you can start earning them straight away. So cool. Let's not be boring and do. I've got another thing that I want to do as well, so buckle in. We might be here for a little while. All right, put you aside so I don't use you in you. Okay, let's get some green happening on the bottom here. You know, I really, really love pink and orange together. And now we've got Strawberry Slush and we've got Timid Tiger coming. So I have got an old pink coming back. I've actually got Strawberry Slush nail polish. Does anybody remember when they brought out nail polish in those in colours? So there was, I think there was Coastal Cabana, Baked Brown Sugar. I know Strawberry Slush was in there. Can't remember, but I'm sure I have still got them somewhere. But anyway, so now I've got two new pinks and oranges to play with. But the other combination that I love is blue and green. But we have definitely, my team, we have definitely taken over the pink and orange theme. We had some team t-shirts made that are like a big water splatter. Oh, look at me now. Go rub your fingers. A big water splatter and like the artful stampers written on the front. All in like hot pink and orange, and so cool. I need to get myself a pair of hot pink jeans or something so I can wear my t-shirt. All right, let's clean that up. Okay, so like I said, there is a little bit more stuff that I want to do to this card. One of them is we need to emboss this first. And then, don't worry, my thought process is starting to tick over while I'm looking at that. Okay, horizontal or vertical, what should we do? I'll get my machine down and you let me know, horizontal or vertical corrugations. I need these two, a plate 1 and a plate 4. Okay, so that's sort of working in the other direction. I can change it to that direction if I want. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, diagonal. Oh, man, Dana, you're messing with my brain. She's messing with my brain. I haven't done a diagonal one yet. You know what? No, don't forget. Wait a minute. I got to think about this for 2 seconds. I want to have, in theory, I would like to have that going on in the background. It may not happen. We might end up going that way, but, oops, banging my iPad around. I know, right, okay. Wait, you're hurting my brain, people. Stop it. I can't think. It does look pretty cool though, don't you think? Wait, is that going to mess my head? If I do diagonal, is that going to mess my head if I do pattern paper in the other ways? Or maybe I just won't cut that at all. Well, people, but then no, I have to cut it because I'm gonna cut all of that. Oh no. Okay, diagonal, vertical, horizontal, and nobody's given me a definitive answer as well. Okay, maybe I will be game and do that. Okay, let's just do it. Diagonal lines on the background, horizontal on the front. Okay, well now I've got more horizontal, diagonal on the front, horizontal on the back. Okay, so the other thing, because I'm just looking at my card and I was thinking this is where my frame's going to go, and it's going to cover all of that really pretty bit in there. So I might have to actually rethink, because then I'm just going to have blue and then I'm just going to have green, which is just, oh man. Okay, let me do this one. Let me do this one horizontal, and then we'll do diagonal on the back, because I might actually get some of my, I think it's too late now, I've done it. Hey, maybe I could turn it around and do it the other way now. Because it's going to go, oh, do you know what? Maybe I could do something like, okay, so now my brain is changing things again. Okay, maybe we'll do something. I don't know. Stop it. This is what happens when you want to get a little bit arty-farty and you haven't made a card for a while. Okay. On to my next little bit that I want to get done. Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Stop, brain. Stop thinking. All right, so I've got my two pieces here. And what I thought I might do before I cut this one up is I am going to splatter and emboss. Okay, so Robin, who is in my team, mentioned in our group, she said the other day, I want to emboss some splatter, and she thought that Versamark would be the way to go. And I suggested using the multi-purpose liquid glue, water it down, and then flick it on. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, settle down, brain. Okay, Dana keeps mucking me up, girl. Okay, so Dana says, turn the printed piece to the left 90 degrees. This one. Yeah. Wait. That will give me a bit of blue and a little bit of green. There we go. Look at that. Assuming I don't cut it up. If I cut it up, we'll see. We'll see. Let's do this bit of splatter. So I'm just going to use my little embossing buddy pillow thing here. Oops, I'm making a mess all over my thing. So I want to put a bit on here because I do, and this one's going to be tricky as well because it's got all those little corrugations. So I'm just going to rub that powder in deep as I can. Now I've got powder everywhere. Okay, we'll put that away. Let's give that a little bit of a wipe down. I'm going to make a mess, I know it, and I have a feeling that there's probably going to be watery glue all over my iPad, all over my thingy here, but anyway. So I'm going to pull in my silicone mat that comes with the glass mat, and I am going to just squirt a little bit of glue. That's actually a lot of glue. And I have got some water, and I just want to, now these, which, can I tell you a secret? I don't really like them. These are actually, once they've sold out, they've sold out. So there was a supply issue thing. So you know what? These can be used for glue because I don't really like them. I like these ones better. I like these ones. I don't like these ones. Anyway, so I'm just going to, I should use the big wide one too. I'm just going to water this down a wee bit. All right, so this is Tombow if you're coming in and you're going, why is she flicking white paint? This is actually glue, and I've watered it down just a smidge, and then hopefully I've got it enough that it will, and I like to heavy tap with my finger. So, whoop, see, told you, off it goes everywhere. Wait a minute, clear everything off, otherwise it's all going to be sticky. Where's my, all right. So I'm just going, oh, jeepers. I want bigger blobs. Oh, yep. Oh no, it's getting all over me. All right, let's water you down a little bit more. Probably go a little bit further. Oopsie. Oh, man. messy, messy. I'm going to be sticky for days. Okay, so I've done that bit. Now what I need to do, so you can see all the little, what I would like to do is just let that sit for a little bit and let it go tacky. So here's a little bit more. It has been a very, very, very long time. Oops, she's flying everywhere. I might, you know what, it might actually give me an excuse to clean my desk. All right. I'm a mess. I got glue everywhere. Okay, I do need an overspray box. All right, so I'm just going to let that go tacky. I'm going to shift this out of the way. All right, put you behind me. Just clean up my immediate area. I think I probably need to get the spray and wipe onto this mat anyway. Oops, other bits of glue. So it'll just give me a little bit. But, oh man, oh man. Stop it. All right. Okay, so because I also have other stuff to do. Does that surprise you? Okay, so I have got, we're ticking on a little bit. We're getting, this is going to be a pretty intense card. I have already stamped and cut these out in black. But what I thought I might do, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to use both or not, but I thought I might just give a little bit of color to these guys with an old olive marker and also a balmy blue marker. But I'm only going to do a tiny little bit. And especially now because I'm using black, there's going to be, even though I've got color, it's still going to be pretty heavy. So I want to leave a little bit of white. So what I'm going to do is just go from the base and just flick up a little bit, just to give a little bit of color to these. And I've still got the white that's around the outside edges too from when I fussy cut it. So just a little bit of color on that one. And then they're saying, good morning, Rachel, how are you going? And then a little bit of blue on this one. And then hopefully we can go back to my blended bits and put some embossing on there now. All right, so pink and green. Oh my gosh, blue and green. That one's not very dark. Let me just go over it again. All right, got them. Back to these guys. Where's my trusty funnel here? All right, we'll do one bit at a time, I think. And I've got some gold. And I'm just going to sprinkle that over the top. Try and get all those bits. Whoop, look at that. I need another pot. She's empty. All right, and it's got lots of bits in it. Ooh, that's got more on there than what I thought it had. Very deceiving. All right. I've got lots of long lines on there too where it must have flipped a bit wrong. Okay, so this one, I'll try and do it in here. And that one also has picked up a little bit. Whoops, my finger's stuck to it. Okay, so that's them covered. It's actually got a whole lot more on there than what I thought, and I don't think it's like, because I used the embossing pillow, I'm pretty sure that it had a lot of fine splatter on it. So that's interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my heat tool in. Hate grit. Hate grit. Oh, there's glitter in there too. Don't you love it when your embossing powder takes upon other other things. All right, let's get my tweezers so that I don't burn my fingers. Talk amongst yourselves. Hello. Anytime you want to wake up. Yeah, sometimes it melts really quickly and other times it's like, hello. I think, you know what, also, I can see where I had some of the bigger blobs of glue. I mean, I should have waited for them to go a little bit more tacky, but I can see some of the blobs of glue melting. It's quite funny, actually, like bubbling. Boiling, that's the word. I can see them boiling. All right, put you aside and we'll grab you now. So the designer series paper has got splatters on it as well. They're very, like, it's got a lot of texture on it. So this is just adding to it as well. All right, I think I've got all these little bits. So hard to tell. So hard to tell. All right, and if I go and stick my finger in it now, just let it cool down for 2 seconds, and then I'll stick my finger in it. Okay, so we've got lots of, because some of them are quite like raised, but they have embossed, but they're like, I don't know whether you can see that. There's some heavy blobs on there that have raised, and this one you probably be able to see a little bit better on this one. So I perhaps should have like let it, or maybe blotted it and then let it. But it feels pretty cool. Okay, back to the card. Back to the card. I don't need you. No lid for that. You go over there. Okay, so coming back to this, which I had intended to do some diagonal stripes. I've got that going on, and I was going to pop that back into there. Of course, it has shrunk a little bit now because it's gone through the embossing, the corrugated bit, and then I have got these two, which I thought I might pop on the side, and then also need a sentiment. So how do you think? Is that coming together? Can you imagine this in the background? Something like that. Actually, I don't mind that as is. Now I'm thinking again. Okay, so I need to do my sentiment, which, what color am I going to do that in? I don't know if I want to do it in black. Now, before you all go emboss it in gold, it is a very, very fine sentiment. So just letting you know. And there's also a die that will cut that sentiment out too. So tell me what you think. Should I ink blend on my sentiment maybe, and just do it patchy? Let me stamp it in black because on white to start with. Loving it. Yay! I feel very arty today. I feel quite arty. Maybe I should, not create for a couple of weeks and then I'll come back all inspired. Let me try this. pretty. How about something like that? Stampin' black on white and then layer it onto black. Oh, God, girly. She's coming up with more things than I was going to think of. Let's have a little looky and see what we're going on. I'm feeling very warm as well. That's probably gonna be pretty cool. Okay. We actually had some rain last night and this morning, and then I saw on the the weather. Ooh, that's a bit. All that. I can just see there's a little blob in there. I don't know whether it's going to just be very gentle. Well, wait a minute, I've got to leave room for the die. Oh, that's a thought. Is my card big enough for the die? I haven't thought of that very well. Yep, and I got a ghost or a halo or whatever you call those things because I inked it up wrong. We had a tiny smidge of rain, and then on the Facebook ABC, whatever, the radio station, they had a little thing saying if we get 10 mils, it's been 120 days in Port Lincoln since we've had a decent rain. So I was like, oh, well, it felt like a decent rain. And then I went and looked at the weather app and we had a total of 1.2 millimeters of rain. So no, and I don't think we're getting any more today. You are seriously the best. Why am I singing? Because I don't sing. You are simply the best. I don't really like that song by Tina Turner. Simply the best. Wasn't a very big fan of that song. All right, now be careful with this one. Get your eyes tested, which I am going to do now. I am definitely going to do. And when my hubby is back from his 2 weeks working away, we are both going down. Simply the best. Yes, I think that probably needs to go on a bit of black there, Dana. I think raining at Woodcraft. Oh, I hope you get more than us. All right. Okay, so we've got that going on now. Let me just get that little bit there on the end. Oh, now I have to clean that up. Okay, and is this going to be wide enough? Yes! And I don't normally layer like that, so I'm just going to do something like that, I think. Okay. Your beauty must be getting close to finishing time if I'm getting my glue out. And I must be getting close to finishing time because my stomach's starting to rumble. Oh, what's the time? Holy moly, this is a long card. All right, let's stick you on. Oh, no, that was a bit stupid, wasn't it? Come back, we'll do you that way. All right, am I straight? Probably not. Does it matter? Alrighty, let's trim you down, whatever you are going to be. Oh, get off, get off. I've got glue under there. Yep, big blob of glue. All right, let's trim that down. Excuse my little contraband here. And now I'm getting glue all over that. Oh, 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 oh. That's some gold thread. I don't know. Have we got any gold bling bling? although all the embossed stuff on the background might be enough. Okay, I've got all my bits and pieces. I've got some twine, which I just thought about then. Now, this background. Am I going to try and do the diagonals like I wanted to, or is that just going to be too hard? I wonder. I should have, you know what, if I'd cut this the longer length like I'd wanted to in the beginning, I probably would have been okay, but I didn't. What should I try? I'm just having a think. So if I cut, no, because then that won't be all. Anyway, let's just start. I'm going to do, I'm scared. I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know it's freaking me out. Because if I do it wrong, I do it wrong. And I've done it wrong. Not like I've done it wrong, but if I do it wrong, then I've done it wrong, if you know what I mean. If you know what I'm saying. Oh, scary. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, and I've got fluffies. I'm freaking out. Oh, don't cut. Now you tell me. I could have either just stuffed up very badly. All right, I've got one more to go. All right. See, so now I can move these around a little bit and have more blue on one side or a bit more green. I know some of them aren't as long. Whoops, you go around that way. Oh man, that's really fluffy. Okay, and I might just have to do, all right. Okay. I just have to sit for a moment. All right, I have got, hey, here you are. For these really, can't handle that noise. Ugh. All right, but I have got some really daggy fluffies. This is just one of those little sanding blocks that Stampin' Up used to sell ages ago. All right. You know what? I'm going to make it so daggy. It's daggy. It is. It's really daggy edges. All right. So I'm going to start and try and figure this out, for I fear I have I fear I've messed up. All right. Let's just oh, I can't do it. I can't. You know the moment when you go, oh poopy? I think I'm having an oh poopy moment. All right, if I try and line up these here and go like that, you might be here for a little while though. Whoops, how much do I need? That is the question. I don't know, people. I think I've stuffed up big time. I've stuffed up. Rather turn them, okay, turn them right. Maybe I can get rid of that one. Turn them straight instead of diagonal. Should I do them this way though? Or do them this way? Thank you, Rochelle. I can't see, my eyes are I can't, if I call you Rachel, I'm sorry, because I can't actually read my iPad. That's how bad my eyes are. I can't tell whether it's an A or an O when I look up quickly, but it's Rochelle. Thank you. Okay, and I could actually, oops, now I'm getting them out of order. I could actually flip them around. All right, I think that's okay. The rest of them will just have to stay daggy. All right. Okay, put you away because you give me the creeps. This is what we're going to do. Okay, I'm getting there. I thought about that too, Wendy. All that thought went across my brain as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Start with the middle one. Let's just get it on there because I'm overthinking it now. You know, when you just start going, oh, I don't know, and you can't let that little fear factor. I mean, you know, in some cases I could have gone, oh no, I've stuffed up. I am not making this card anymore. But I think you just have to stop overthinking sometimes and just go ahead with it. Just keep going. We'll leave a little bit of a gap in between, and that will actually help me to spread this out a little bit more so that it's actually taller than my frame up there. We've got, I did, it might actually not be as tall because I did actually take out that bit that I cut on the angle, so I'm down a little bit, but we'll try and get these little gaps hopefully a little bit even. All right, and then coming down. So don't think when you're doing it and you go and you're thinking and you go, oh no, I've just stuffed up, I've just failed big time. Don't even like put that out of your brain. Look, I think I've just, oh no, that's right. Just keep on, whoops, I think, yep, this one needs to go first. Oh my gosh, those furries are not good at the moment. All right, there we go. Last one. There we go, and we're in order. Woohoo! All righty, we've got that. We've got our frame. It's a little bit different. It's okay. I've got more blue on one side, but that's okay because I forgot to turn it back the other way. Oh no, I couldn't turn it back the other way, could I? Because I cut it that way. All right. So what I am going to do is just grab some of this is the adhesive foam sheets, and I am just going to do a thin little strip. Might require 2. I will require 2. Now I'm going to leave a little bit of where am I going to put my twine? Just having another little thought. Where will I put my twine? I've got some gold twisted thread. So I'm just going to put these on the sides. I think that one's maybe a little bit too wide. Got another little thin strip. Okay, we'll do top and bottom. Top and bottom. But that, I must admit, that looks pretty cool with all that gold splattered. With all that gold splattered on there. That looks pretty cool. Ooh, wink of Stella would be pretty as well. Ooh, having thoughts again. Okay, so I'm going to pop this. Oh, dearie me. Oh, grab it where there isn't any. some black stuff, black ones? Yeah, I'm there. Okay, so let's get this stuck on the left-hand side, and that way I should be able to have, oops, don't go wonky. I've got a little bit of that color variation down in this bottom corner. Okay, so let's pop this in next. And we can fit that down into there. Again, it has shrunk a little bit. Go, pop that down, push that under. Okay, and then we've got these guys. I'll do the blue up the top and the green down the bottom because that's the way my ink blending has gone. And I'm going to put this one on first. And I'm down to all my edges. So we'll just grab some more of them. All right, so popping it on the opposite side. One down there, and I think I can do another one in the middle. Might have to be a skinny one. Oh, you silly Billy. Anyway, that's okay. All right, let's just pop a tiny little bit of seal on the opposite side just so that it can stick to that frame a little bit. Oh, thank you, Dana. Thanks, Rochelle. It's funny, sometimes you sort of think, oh, let's just do a little bit extra. What's something I haven't done for a long time? So, and that way, I don't know whether, Robin, are you still watching? Did you end up doing, your gold splatter? I don't want to cover it up. That's the other thing. All right, so now I have to work out where I'm going to put my adhesive and where I'm going to put my, I think I'm only going to need a little bit down here because I don't want it to bump into that one there, if you know what I mean. Yep, that should be good. Okay, and the green one can come down here. Now I've overlapped that one a tiny bit at the top of my frame, so I'll do the same down here. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I've got my sentiment. Let's pop a little bit of this. Yep. So yes, so definitely the watering down the glue, the white glue, is definitely the way to go, and then just flicking it. But make sure you do a better job of flicking it than what I did, because I can see glue all the way across my desk. But amazingly enough, I can't see any on my iPad screen. All right, so for this one, I'm just going to do, I'm going to go all the way along. So what I do with this one is I start off with one, and then I just do a loop, and then I loop in the other direction, and then I twist it back and loop that way, pressing it down, looping. Hopefully you can see that. Loop, so it goes back on itself, and loop again. And of course it depends on how many loops you want, how close you're going to get to each other. And then I usually try and finish off with my tail, one down one end, one up the other end. So, oops, let go. Oh. Okay, and then I've got a little loopy thing going on like that. So if you want yours a little bit more close, just, you know, loop them a little bit upon themselves, a little bit closer, but quite like that. Okay, and then I need my dimensionals, and I need to make sure that I'm only going to put them where in between here and over here. So what I might do instead is actually pop them on my card. I don't do this very often, but I think I'm going to stick them on my card instead. I don't want to cover up all those splatters too because I've got some good ones. Also have to note that I was going to be hanging off the edge of my card here. So remember to just check that as well. So I'm going to pop one down there, and then this is, no, it should be okay. That's mounted. No, it should be good. Okay, so I'm actually going to put them on there, and then this should hide all of it. And I'm not going to worry about putting, no, I'm not going to worry about putting any more because I do actually have a little bit of adhesive on the top there from when I was sticking the gold on there. So we're going to do that. And then one final last thing is I do have my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to pop a little bit on the black leaves. So just bear with me for 2 seconds, maybe a minute. It's not really 2 seconds, is it? I like to do 2 coats of Wink of Stella, but I'm not going to bore you to tears with me painting 2 coats. So I will do the second coat off camera. Oops, get out the way you. And if you wanted to, you could even go and put Wink of Stella on the designer series paper on the leaves if you wanted to, but I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, this has been a super long card. Wow, I don't think I've taken an hour to make one card for a long time. Mind you, I did have a few hiccups, and Dana came and she messed up my brain, but I'm glad she did because it's turned out pretty cool. Like I said, I rarely use black, so that is something completely different for me. And if you didn't like the whites on there, you could always before you stick it down, you could run a Sharpie along the edge there or something like that. But or you could use the mini black, the black ones. I just didn't know whether the black mini ones would fit. I should have actually checked. Don't forget, we have the black minis. They may have, but I would have been using a whole lot of them. It was just quicker to cut. So there we go. Ta-da! Whew. I quite like it. I just have to sit there and have a little looky at it for a second. So I quite like it. Whoop, now I can't come back. Why can't? Oh, there we go. Now I'm back. Hello. Okay, so that is that. Like I said, if you want instructions, this will be a big instruction piece. Oh, and don't forget, because I'm lazy, don't forget to go and put in your insert. You could pop in white. You could do a little bit of ink blending along the bottom of your white just to tie it all in. And you could even stamp a little thing there, which, you know what, I might finish it off. Maybe I will. It's such a pretty card. So there we have it, a few different techniques in there. We've got some wet embossing and dry embossing and flicking with, you know, stuff, and embossing flicked stuff and all the stuff. So there we have it. So don't forget, if you want the instruction to the card, my blog is on the screen, alisatilsner.com. You'll see the subscribe button, and this will go out next week in next week's newsletter. And don't forget, we have our new Stampin' rewards that have just kicked in this morning. I'm so excited. So go and check that out. Don't forget, actually, you should go to your accounts now and opt in so that you don't forget the next time, because you don't want to miss out on your product credit to be rewarded every time you shop. I think it's great. So I went to the chemist the other day and I got points when I was shopped. So I think that's super fun. Okay, so that's it from me, and I will see you next week. Probably not such an intense card, although I do like to do an intense card every now and then. So very good. Maybe. Okay, I'm waffling now. I will see you later, and we'll see you next week. So take care. Bye-bye.